Are we seeing a full-on changing of the guard in the NBA? I know this is a funny thing to say because LeBron James has been in his prime, it feels like, for 20 years. He still looks from some nights like he's in his prime. Steph Curry, still ridiculous. Kevin Durant, still ridiculous. But it does feel like the youth movement has taken hold. And guys like Tyrese Halliburton, De'Aaron Fox, I know the
Anthony
MVP
Edwards, Shea
conversation, Anthony Edwards,
Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren being
right,
better than we expected
as
out
a
of the box.
rookie. Yeah. Like we know that the skill level is higher and higher every single year. Like the rookies come in like they're better now than they were 10, 15 years ago. They're more ready to play. But man, what we're seeing with some of these guys, 23, 24 even, is out of this world. And it's not just impressive play, but it's also leadership and poise and things that normally it's like 27, 28 where we start talking about these guys doing that. So yeah, are we seeing a changing of the guard this season? I mean, should the all NBA team, should we expect it to have a lot of new names on it?
We'll have new names on it.
Yeah.
It had new names on it last year. That's
sure.
just I mean, Shea was a first team all NBA guy last year. Right? Like every year there's going to have new names on it and whatnot. The question is how many of the old names start to kind of fade out and the influx of fresher, younger guys in all of those things. It is the planting of the seed of the changing of the guards. Because look, still at the very top, because it's not a changing of the guards if it's Jokic, if it's Embiid, right, and those guys. But it is showing you that the NBA has a line of talent that's just incredible. And we've been talking about this for kind of a couple of years now, sort of seeing this thing coming, where it's not going to be like when MJ retired and everybody's like, well, who's the guy in the NBA? Now it's like in the NBA offices, like, we got too many names to be faces of the league. Like, who's the face of the league? No, it's faces, plural. We got 10, or whatnot. I think there's a lot of guys in that stuff. I think it's more what I find more interesting, and it sucks because we just talked about the Warriors being cooked, but it's also the old guys going, not yet. And I think that's kind of an important thing for me in that sense. I think we're close to the changing of the guard, but it's the old guys going, not yet.
We're a quarter way into the season, and the top three teams in the West are Minnesota, OKC, and by record, Minnesota, OKC, and Dallas. Now, Luka's been around for long enough, so he doesn't seem like part of the new guard. But you think about that, that's and then you throw in Orlando in the East, and that's a lot of sort of new faces, both teams and star players. And so I think you're right. It's premature to say that it has happened, but if we're looking at the standings kind of the same way at the end of the year, I think this is and it's great for the league to sort of be able to be able to turn that page if they can. But I'm more optimistic about the next wave than I have been in the last couple of years.
Counterpoint. It's not where it ends in the regular season. It's where it ends in the playoffs. And I'm sorry, like everybody can be mad about it, but that's the thing. And it's not about winning a ring, but if we have a Final Four where Minnesota is in it, if we have, OKC gets to the second round or even the conference finals or, whatnot. And I think it's along those lines. Like I think we all still, I think, are on the Denver bandwagon of Denver's going to win the championship. Yeah. I think we're all on the Boston's probably the best team in the East. I don't think any of us have the expectations that Orlando's going to be in the conference finals with those. I think there's the teams right around that mix. They're still right there in that sense. It's exciting and it's promising. Let's not